Okay, we're good.
All right. You want to go ahead and mute everybody before?
Yes, let me do that real quick, and then you can unmute yourself.
Sounds good. All right, we good?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. I'm excited to have you guys on. Elisha Gegg, Ambassador Diamond, and then I have my beautiful sister along with me tonight.
Hey guys, it's Krissy Mueller, Triple Diamond. I'm excited for this tonight.
Yeah, so we have, like Krissy mentioned just a little bit ago, we have a couple of different things that we want to go over tonight. One thing in particular, a little bit different than anything we've ever done before. But before we do get started, if you haven't already, I want you to grab a piece of paper and pen. And I haven't even actually talked to Krissy about this yet, but yeah, grab your piece of paper and pen, and when you do, give me a thumbs up, like, hey, I'm ready, let's do this.
I have mine in front of me. I'm ready.
Awesome. All right, so everybody has it. I can't see those down there, but we should be good. So if you have your piece of paper and pen, let's go ahead and get started. I don't know about you guys, but I myself am one of those people where I think if I'm shown a glass of water, it's always half full. I'm never the half empty type person. I'm very optimistic. I'm maybe sometimes too optimistic. I don't know, but I just prefer to be a very positive person. And I truly believe that positivity breeds more positivity. So I want to just focus so much on the positives. With that being said, and again, I'm trying to be really good about wearing my retainers. So if you guys watch my live video and thought, what the heck, why is she talking like that? Like, I'm trying to be really good. So that's why I'm slurring, guys. Anyway, so with that being said, 2016 might not have been the best year business-wise, okay? So you might have had a goal out there. You might have wanted to reach a certain level or a certain paycheck or whatever it might have been, and you might not have done so. But this is what I want you to do right now. We're going to take a couple of minutes, and I want you to write down all of the positive things that have happened in 2016. Whether it was you started this business, you were able to pay off a certain amount of debt, what you learned, how did you grow, the people that you've met, the friendships that you've made. Just take a couple of minutes and let's really focus on the positive things that came out of 2016. So I'm just going to let you just go for a little bit because I've already done this. Really think about like your dream board, like what you have been able to cross off with that. Just in terms of everything that you've accomplished thus far in 2016, like really think about those things. When you're done, either look at the camera or give me a thumbs up. I'm going to give you guys just another minute or so. Okay, now I want you to grab another piece of paper, a different one than what you just wrote on. And I know for me, it's actually funny because as I was getting ready to start this Zoom, I went and grabbed this notebook. And I actually haven't grabbed this notebook and I haven't used it since probably earlier in the year. And it says, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And I went to the first empty page that I had and I started writing down some notes and I started writing down the things that I just asked you to say. But right before it are 4 things that I wanted to accomplish for the year. One being a goal, a money goal that I wanted my check to be, which I didn't hit. So with that being said, with this new piece of paper, I want you to write down the one goal that you had for the year that you weren't able to accomplish. Okay. Now, you might not have accomplished it in 2016, but that doesn't mean you're not going to accomplish it in 2017. Okay, so we're going to start fresh. We're going to do a completely new, fresh, clean slate. So take that piece of paper that you just wrote your goal on that you didn't accomplish and tear it to shreds because we're starting over. Get rid of it. Burn it. Put it in the trash. I don't care. Tear it up. Now, look, go back to that piece of paper that you just wrote down everything that you accomplished for the year and give yourselves a pat on the back because you probably have a pretty good list going. Like, I want you to look at 2016 and be positive about what's happened, because if we're positive about that, like, think about how we're going to get started with 2017. Okay, we got an amazing, amazing year coming up with promotions that I know are going to like blow us out of the water and blow 2016 just completely out of the water. Can you come get her? Sorry guys, he was putting Cannon to bed. I don't get a ton of insight on what is coming, but I just know from corporate, like, what they're going to announce at conference is going to blow our minds. And all of those people that we've been like pouring into and like hoping that they would sign and become a distributor and join our teams or sign as a customer, they're going to sign after conference because of what they're going to announce. So that gets me excited. That makes me want to work so much harder for 2017. So that goal that you just tore to shreds, like, I want you to truly believe that it's going to happen in 2017 because it is. I want you to believe it with everything that you have. So now, with that being said, write it down again, but believe it this time that it is going to happen in 2017. When you're taking that pen to that paper, you better have every ounce of belief that it's going to happen. What I want you to do with that piece of paper is not only believe it whenever you're writing it down, but I want you to put it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. You can do as many pieces of these as you want. You can put it everywhere, put it on your fridge, in your bathroom, in your car, anywhere. You're going to see it every single day. Put it on the background of your phone, on the background of your computer. And I want you to think about this. There you go. Yes, I love it. And what I want you to do is really, really envision this goal happening and when it's going to happen. Like put a date to it. And I want you to think about what's going to happen whenever you achieve this goal, and keep thinking about it every morning and every night, because we're really going to be positive. We're going to manifest these things to really happen, because remember, what you think about, you bring about. Okay? So 2016, who's ready to like blow this, like just go crazy? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So with that being said, Krissy, is there anything you wanted to add to, just kind of reflecting on 2016, looking forward to 2017?
I'm not gonna lie, like 2016 has sucked. Like it sucked. But like whenever you do look back, like you've got to realize that there is positive from it. Like while it may have sucked, like we've grown from that. And because of that, we're going to go into 2017 stronger than what we were when we went into 2016. And I think that's something that's important for all of us to realize, that like, yes, it sucked. Yes, it was a lot of growing, but we're better than where we were a year ago at this time. We're closer than where we wanted to be.
Yeah, look at how much you've learned
Mm-hmm.
and how much you've grown, and all of us, just how much you've grown as a person and grown as a leader. Like 2016, yeah, it might not have ended exactly how we wanted, but when you look at all the positive things that have happened, it helps you really find, the positive things that,
Mm-hmm. And I know we have some people on here that haven't been in it a full year, so it's like hard to kind of grasp at what we're really talking about here, but just know that you are in this business at the most amazing time, because we are on the verge of something truly amazing, truly, truly amazing. And you all are in the business at this time.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Who has been in the business for less than a year? Raise your hand. Okay, awesome. Okay, I have been in, I'm going on my 6th year. So I can say that, in these 5.5+ years, I've never had a raise in my paycheck in November until this year. So that gets me really, really, really excited, because if we're already seeing the increases in checks for November and December, like January and February and March are going to like be crazy. So that gets me excited.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So write down those goals. Definitely write them down. Don't cut yourself short. A lot can happen in a little amount of time. Just believe it with everything that you have, because I am guilty of writing down a goal that I didn't fully believe, and it's pointless, because if you don't have the belief in yourself and in the goal, like what's the point of putting it down? So just really believe it. All right. Any questions on the year? Any questions about what's coming up before we move on to the next kind of part of the Zoom? Are we ready to rock and roll? Yes. Good. I'm glad that I got like a little bit of feedback, when we did the Zoom with Lori and Quentin a couple weeks ago. I like that I can see your faces, and I like getting the feedback from you. Like, I don't want to, what did he say? I don't want to be able to stare at your top of your head. Like, that does me no good. I like to see your face and see your reactions. So anywho, Krissy, I'm going to let you kind of hop in and go on to the next subject.
Okay, sounds good. So there is a question that I get asked a lot. I feel like I probably get asked this like on a monthly basis, and my answers are always the same, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump on into it. So how many of you have ever said to yourself, or asked myself, or asked Elisha, or asked your upline or your sponsor, I really, really want to be successful in this business, and I really, really want diamond, or I really want to do this, but I don't know what to do. Like, I have these spare moments and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing to build my business. And then you feel like you're doing something, and then you're scrolling through Facebook, and then all of a sudden 2 hours have gone by and you haven't done anything. But you feel like you built your business because you were on social media, because we use social media as one of our means of growing our business, but we really didn't do anything. So I'm excited to go over some things that you guys can do in your spare time, even within just 5 minutes a day, of what you can be doing to grow your business rather than just scrolling on social media. So for this, I suggest having a pen and paper too, because we're going to throw out a little bit of tips for you guys. We like to call these IPAs, and we're talking about beer.
First, before you go on to those, like, who has thought or who has asked that question before? Like, I really want to do this, but I don't know what to do. What should I be doing? Okay, perfect.
I think it's the majority of people, and I feel like we all go through those spurts too. Like, we're kind of like twiddling our thumbs, like, okay, what in the world can I be doing right now? Like, I want to grow, but I don't know what I can be doing. So, all right. So do you want us to just kind of go into some of like IPAs of our favorite ones and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing that really, really helps me, and it just works with my personality, is getting organized. And with that, I like checklist. Like, even if they're checklists within my mind, even if they're checklists, like I say I have 5 things that I know that I want to do every single day for my business. Like, I cannot go to bed until I do these 5 things. And those 5 things for me might be different for Elisha. They might be different for somebody else. So in your mind, you want to think of 5 different things that you know that you want to do on the daily to grow your business. And that could be anything from friend requesting new people on Facebook, to following new people on Instagram, to asking somebody to host a party for you, or maybe your daily goal is to reach out to 15 new people a day. And I say 15 because sometimes we like to cut ourselves short and we like to say, I'm just going to reach out to 1 new person a day. But let's be honest, we all have enough time in the day to where we can reach out to 15 new people a day. And we all know enough people. And if we don't, we have our fingertips at social media, and there are millions upon millions upon millions of people for us to reach out to grow our friendship with these people, our relationship, and to add into our network. So let's see where I was at there. I have like a list of a million IPAs. So I'm just making sure I don't go over the same ones. Let's see here. Posting on social media is a big one, but I also want to add that I don't feel like that's an IPA. I feel like posting on social media is just something that I need to be doing no matter what. So while I'm going to post on social media every day, I'm not going to have that as my top 5 things that I make sure I do every single day, if that makes sense. Like, that's a given. So IPA is income producing activities. Sorry, I should have said that a while ago. So an income producing activity is something that you are doing for your business that's going to put more money into your pocket. So we all want more money in our pocket, right? So we're going to do income producing activities to get more money in our pocket. And essentially, we get paid to do 2 things in this business. We get paid to put new customers in the system and new distributors in the system. That's what we do. We get paid to do those 2 things. And all of these income producing activities that we're talking about are things that's going to allow us to put more customers and more team members in the computer, because that's what we want to do. So scheduling posts for those of you who you have a 9-to-5, or you have kids during the day and it's hard for you to be able to get on your computer or get on your phone to make a post. Scheduling your post. And I'm not going to lie, I'm the most creative as I'm laying in bed getting ready to go to sleep, because I can't fall asleep and my mind just won't turn off. So I will have posts that are saved from when I'm laying in bed from the night before. And so that's my favorite time to make posts, and I'll just add them in the notes section of my phone. But another thing that I like to do whenever we are scrolling through Facebook, I'm scrolling through Facebook trying to find more posts for me to save. So whenever I'm on Facebook, I'm saving my post. So that way, whenever it comes time to where I know I need to make a post on social media, I have my saved post over here on my Facebook page that I can just scroll through all of my saved posts. So if you don't know how to save a post, like, you know how you can unfollow somebody through your newsfeed. So let's say I have a post on, you see me in your newsfeed, and there's a little bitty.
Do you want to share your screen and show them real quick?
Yeah, I'll do that. Mhm. It's been a little bit since I shared my screen, so I had to figure out how to do it. Okay, can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I don't need Excel. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to Facebook. Okay, so first thing I wanna show you is where the saved posts are. So on my left-hand screen, you see saved posts, and look at all of these saved posts that I have. These are all, and so those all right there were from the past month. And if I go down, there's another from the past month. All of these are saved posts. So the way I do that is, let's say I'm on my news feed here.
Now she's getting these because she is following like leaders that she relates to in the business.
Yes.
So make sure you're following like good people, good ItWorks distributors that you can see their posts and save their stuff.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do this one right here. So see this little drop down arrow right here? I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna click Save Post. And that's automatically gonna add it to all of my saved posts over here. So that way, whenever I need a post to put on social media, or sometimes you just get stumped and next thing you know, you've wasted 10 minutes and you're trying to figure out what in the world do you want to put on Facebook, and 10 minutes just went by. Whereas I can go to my saved posts and I have all of these posts here. But what I'm going to do, instead of just copying and pasting that exact post, I'm going to copy it, but I'm going to change the wording. I'm going to change the picture. I'm going to add in some more emojis. I want to make it sound like Krissy, because at the end of the day, that's who I am. I'm Krissy. So that's very, very important to do.
Yeah. Don't just strictly copy and paste and post it directly to your page. Number one, Facebook is getting, they're pretty good about the whole algorithms thing, and not as many people will see it if it's the same exact wording as somebody else used. So make sure you're just changing the wording up a bit, and like Krissy said, just branding yourself and making it sound like it came from your mouth versus whoever you shared it from.
Mm-hmm. So those are just a few different things that you can do a day. But again, like a lot of those are a little bit related too, because the following, let's say that's going to be one thing. We're not going to include posting, because that's just something we should be already doing on a daily basis for our business, because I'm a firm believer in, if you aren't posting, you have a close sign on your door for your business. So imagine your business that you have right now as a storefront, and every single time that you post is every single time you're flipping the sign around to open. And so if you go a day, you go 2 or 3 days with no post, think about what that would do for your storefront business if you were just closed for 3 days, no announcement, no nothing, you're just closed. You're going to lose business. You're going to lose customers. So that's why it's so important. It doesn't matter if you're not getting a lot of likes on your stuff, because guess what? We still have times where we don't get a lot of likes on our stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop posting. So again, that's just something that we should be doing every single day for our business. You can do power hours with yourself. So a power hour, I like these, they're fun. A power hour is an hour of uninterrupted work for your business, straight hour. You can do this with yourself. You can do this with somebody in your downline. You can do this with an accountability partner, somebody in your sideline, your upline, anybody. You could all get on Zoom together and
I thought that was a genius idea.
Yes, and just do a power hour together. It doesn't even need to be talking at all. Just an hour of uninterrupted work. And imagine like how productive you're going to feel after that hour of just straight hour of building your business.
So let's talk about some like 4 things. If we had to separate it into 4 like 15-minute time slots, like let's talk about 4 things you can do in that 1 hour.
So I say the number 1 is contacting people.
Yes.
Sending messages. That needs to be the number 1. Whenever you break down that hour interval, that needs to be the first 15-minute thing.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I think, needs to be growing your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, and I used this analogy before, McDonald's is always advertising, and everybody knows who McDonald's is. Everybody knows. We all know who McDonald's is, but McDonald's is still advertising every single day for their business. They're still advertising because they want to grow their audience every single day. So we always need to be growing our audience. So I think that's another important one to add into another interval during a power hour.
Mm-hmm.
Elisha, you can touch base on what you think the next one's.
What I can do on a daily basis is going to change every day. However, I think contacting your loyal customers and asking for referrals is a good one. I think looking at your calendar and scheduling wrap parties and online parties is going to be a good one. And I think definitely building your relationships with your team. For me, that's been very crucial, for my success, is just make sure you're on the same page and you're communicating with your team and your distributors.
I like that you said that about loyal customers, because I think the loyal customers make the best distributors because they have their own personal testimony. Chances are they've tried more than one product, which is great for a brand new distributor. So reach out to your loyal customers, even your old loyal customers, and even just something as simple as, you love the products. Have you thought about sharing these with your friends and getting paid for it? Something as simple as that. Don't forget that your loyal customers can also become distributors too. I was a loyal customer. I became a distributor. So that's one thing to really, really, really remember. And good customer service with your loyal customers, because if you're going to give them that, they're going to want to continue to do business with you.
Yes. I also am a very firm believer in personal development. While I don't believe this needs to be in your power hour, I do think it's very important for your daily business. Whether it's 15, 20, 30 minutes a day, just reading or growing somehow, whether it's you're going to be on YouTube watching a video from another leader, or you are like actually reading a book. I really, really suggest that you do some type of personal development every day.
Mm-hmm. I think those little bits that we did are great for a power hour. I don't know if I would bring in anything else with a power hour. I think just those little tidbits that we said there are perfect for a power hour.
I would do no more than 4 things in that power hour.
And have them be 15 minutes long. That's it. And it's going to go by so fast. An hour really isn't that long. And before you know it, an hour went by and you grew your business instead of just scrolling on Facebook. And I keep saying that because I know we're all guilty of it. Every single one of us, I'm guilty of it. I know Elisha's guilty of it too. Like, we're all guilty of it. But whenever we do things like that, it breaks us away from just doing the scrolling.
One thing that I have learned helps with me to not just scroll is to do the list on Facebook. So if you guys haven't done lists on Facebook, you can put people in certain groups, and instead of you scrolling like through 100 million different ItWorks distributors and just seeing their posts, like, that's not paying you at all. If you actually click on, say, your potential distributors post, you're just going to see their news feed, and you can like and comment all of their stuff, or your customers, or your own personal distributors. They can all be in different lists on Facebook, and that way you're not wasting 2 hours of your time not growing your business at all. Mm-hmm. So definitely utilize those lists.
So something else that I want to add in there, and this is outside of power hours, this is something that you can be doing to grow your business. Do 3-way calls with you, your upline, and a potential. Your upline is going to help you seal the deal with that potential, whether it's a loyal customer or a distributor. Get on 3-way calls, because those are huge for you guys, especially if you're new in the business. It's hard. It's hard whenever we don't have our confidence yet. Get your upline on a 3-way call, and they will help you with sealing the deal, but it's also going to help you with seeing how they talk to people. And then that way, whenever you have team members, you can do the same for them.
Yes, for sure.
Another one of my favorites, and I do this a lot, and then you can add some more, Elisha. YouTube. YouTube is something that I love, but you can go a little crazy with it. Again, you can all of a sudden you're watching random videos of people you don't even know. YouTube, the top leaders within the company. YouTube, the ambassadors within the company, and they have some amazing training videos on YouTube. So those will help a lot. I know for me personally, I will, if I'm like unsure of what I can do, if I'm locked out of following people, if I already have my post scheduled, if I already have those things done, then I go on YouTube and I will start watching some training videos of growing. It could be some product knowledge ones in our training academy of the products by our corporate team. It could be a training video on social media because we can all grow on that. It could be a training video on parties, anything. They're all over YouTube. So that's my little rant there.
Oh, that was your rant, like, done? I'm finished there.
Yeah, I'll let you go with some of your favorite ones because mine are, I pretty well went over the ones that I really liked. My favorite IPAs.
So obviously follow up, because I don't think you touched base on
No,
that one.
I didn't. And I'm big on that. I didn't.
Yeah, follow up is going to be key. I know so many people get caught up in the follow up Friday and think that they just need to follow up on Fridays, where I think it's important to at least to follow up with people throughout the week and not just on Fridays. And also remember that whenever you're reaching out or you are following up with a potential, that it's not just business wise you're talking to them. Maybe you're sending them a message just to ask how things are going. Are you ready for Christmas? Like, just actually building a relationship with them. So make sure you're doing that and following up on a daily basis. Okay. Try to follow up with at least 5 to 10 people a day. I think you already mentioned bringing in new people, building your network. But that for me is really, really big. I try to bring in and friend at least 10 to 15 more people to my Facebook page a day. And where you're going to get those people from is going to be different for everybody. Like, I'm bringing in a lot of people from my Facebook business page. You can also do it by getting on groups on Facebook. So just find different ways in which you can bring new people into your network, because that's how you're going to get them to trust you and to gain them as customers and distributors. Any questions thus far?
I want to add what you said about follow-up, and it was just a little tip. If you aren't following up, you're doing somebody else a favor because you did the initial talking with that person more than likely. But if you don't follow up with that person, somebody else is going to, and they're going to get the sale. And I'm going to tell you, it hurts and it sucks every single time a potential signs up with somebody else. But usually, more than likely, I can go back in my message and I could see that it's been a while since I followed up with that person. And it's also important to know that even if somebody says no today, and this was said at the One Team, One Mission last weekend, somebody says no today. So today is December 15th. Okay, great. They said no on December 15th, but they didn't say no for January 15th or any of the months after that. So they said no for right now. So it doesn't mean that I just give up on that person and I quit following up with that person. I might not just follow up with them as often as I would with somebody who says they want to do this right now. So really, really following up on your business is huge.
Yes. One thing you could also do too, maybe not every day, but pretty often, is to update your chart. Like, look at your chart, what your next promotion you're going for, and updating that, looking at the people, envisioning who's going to go into that next box, whose life you're going to change, and just always have that chart and that next promotion just right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm. And like what I like to do, and I like to be organized, I like to designate days for charting. So like maybe Sundays might be my charting day and Mondays might be my day for following up with my loyal customers. Like, try to get yourself on a schedule because then you're going to be more consistent with doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Besides that, I think we pretty well touched base on everything. besides just, using the products. I think that's just going to be key. This is a daily thing. If you're not using the products and having your own testimonies of the products and having them change your life, then the business probably isn't going to either. So just make sure you're using the products and loving them and getting those results. So any questions, like anything at all?
If you have one, you can unmute yourself. You don't need to do it in the chat either. I just want to add, like, I don't want you guys to feel like, because we gave you all of these different things that you can be doing for your business, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that you all of a sudden have to work 24 hours in the day. Because the thing is, like, we joined this business more than likely for the money, but also for freedom of time. And so that doesn't mean that you need to be working your business 24 hours in a day, because I didn't join for a 24/7 job. I didn't join for that. And that was something that I needed to remind myself at one point, because I would feel guilty at times when I would be doing something that wasn't associated with ItWorks. So don't feel like you need to be doing these 50 things a day. Designate those 5 things a day or 10 things a day and call it your 5 list, your 6 list, your 10 list, and just designate those things that you want to try to do every day. And then designate those things that you want to try to do once a week. And then maybe those things that you want to try to do once a month. And it's going to be hard to get on that routine, but once you're on that routine, it's going to be so easy, because it's going to become natural to you. It's just a matter of getting yourself into the routine of doing those things for your business, because you're going to reap the benefits in return.
I say you start with the power hour.
Mm-hmm.
Start with the power hour, do 3 to 4 things in that power hour, and you're going to see your business just skyrocket.
A solid hour a day working your business is good. Uninterrupted hour of working your business.
I told Tyson tonight that was one of my resolutions, because
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to just strictly sit down and work my business for a straight hour in quite a while. And I want to be able to do that. So I'm making it a goal for 2017, but I'm not waiting till 2017. I need to start it ASAP.
And I like the idea of getting on some power hours with some other people. Mm-hmm. So like, even if you guys wanted to do maybe like once a week, we could all just hop on here and do a power hour together. And it doesn't even need to be like talking or anything like that. It could just be us working for an hour together once a week.
And like they said, it was like, okay, the first 15 minutes, you're going to contact all people on your potentials list. The next 15 minutes, you're going to contact, say, like old loyal customers. The next 15 minutes, you're going to work on getting posts written up for tomorrow or whatever it might be. Like, no talking is done in between. And I think that's so like smart.
I love it.
Somebody needs to do that and hold my hand if they just
Mine
make
too. Yeah.
So. All right. Any other question? Or there hasn't been any questions. Any questions before we call it a night?
Does everyone feel like if you were to go work your business right now, you feel like you would have something to do? Yeah, good.
Do you feel like that goal we written down a while ago is going to happen? Yes. That was a virtual high five. Y'all left me hanging. All right.
Alrighty.
If there aren't any questions, we are going to call it a night.
I have a question.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
I haven't been doing it for that long, but I feel like I don't have enough. Like, how do you get those people to follow up with?
Do you have a hundreds list?
No.
So that would be the first thing that I would tell you to do, is to get a piece of paper and just start writing people's name down. People that might be a customer, might be a distributor, might host a party for you, might be able to refer somebody to host a party, might be able to refer somebody to be a customer. Like, just start writing people's names down, and you're going to start working through that list, and you're going to keep adding people to that list.
Okay.
You should have a hundreds list turn into a thousands list.
And if you go into the document section of our eSuite, there is actually a document, and it's called a memory jogger, and it's going to help you. It just has random questions about people that you've met sometime in your life, and you just write down those names, and it helps to grow that hundreds list. So, I mean, Kristen, you haven't been in that long, but like anybody else, even if you've been in for a long time and you haven't made a hundreds list, I think it's something that's important that we all do.
Okay.
You should keep, a running hundreds list so you can continually add people's name to it, because you're going to meet new people all the time.
Right.
Or you should with what we're doing,
Okay.
blitzing and, so yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Any other questions? Nope. All right, guys, this was our last Zoom for 2016. We are not going to do one in 2 weeks. We are going to do one in 3 weeks to kick off 2017. So with that being said, peace out 2016. Let's get our hands in together. For those of you that don't know, our CEO, Mark Pentecost, was a coach. He was a basketball coach, and he ends every single one of our trainings, our conferences, everything with, what are these things called?
Where you put your hand in, you all go up at the same time.
Yeah, what's it called?
What is that called? I know it's a huddle where you're all standing around.
Help me out here, people.
Somebody's got to know.
It's just called a huddle.
Yeah, but this thing is called something where you're in and you go up.
You go down on this and up on that?
Yep. We're just going to call it that. We're going down on.
What?
We're going down on.
Let's go down.
That didn't sound good.
No, it didn't.
I'm still recording.
Okay. All right. How about go down on 2017, up on boom?
Yeah,
Right.
there we go.
I'm mute so I can hear you and I don't sound like an idiot by myself.
Okay, I'm going to unmute everybody. Okay, we're all good.
Okay, everybody, 2017, and then boom. Okay.
All right, we're ready.
Wait, before we do that, I need a picture of you all with your hands like that.
I feel like I'm getting ready to punch someone.
Blocking people. Okay. All right, you ready? When I say 3, you'll go down on, you say 17. 1, 2, 3. 2017.
2017.